My name's John Robbins. I'm the managing editor of NRAHuntersRights.org. I want to welcome you to Hunting 101, a series of videos designed to give you some very basic information about different types of hunting. You know, I love all forms of hunting, but there's a special place in my heart for pheasant hunting. These beautiful, hard-flying birds, combined with good dog work and fine shotguns, add up to a total hunting experience that really gets my blood pumping. Let's take a look at what you need to get started pheasant hunting. One nice thing about pheasant hunting is that it does not require a highly specialized gun. A 12 gauge is by far the most popular gauge for most hunters, but a 16 gauge can do the job, and a 20 gauge under some conditions can be effective too. The action types you'll most likely see in the pheasant fields are pumps, semi-automatics, and over-unders. Pumps are generally economical in price, they are simple to operate, and functionally very reliable. Semi-autos tend to be a bit more expensive than pumps in most cases. They give you a fast second or third shot, and you may feel the recoil a bit less than with other types of guns. Over-unders are often considered the mark of the most serious hunters. A graceful, well-made over-under is a pleasure to shoot and gives you a lightning-fast second shot. You also have the option of using a different choke in each barrel. As for barrel length, anything from 26 to 28 inches is the most common. Improved cylinder is a good choke to start with. When birds get educated and start flushing wilder as the season progresses, you can switch to a modified choke. High brass loads and shot sizes 4, 5, and 6 are all effective on pheasants. In 12 gauge, a 2 3/4 inch shell will do just fine. In 20 gauge, a 3-inch shell will give you an edge if your gun will handle it. Check the stamp on your barrel to make sure it will. Lead shot is most traditional in upland bird hunting and is very effective, but some areas now require steel or other non-lead shot for upland birds. Check your local regulations before you start hunting. All the safety rules you learned in hunter education are important. In pheasant hunting, it's particularly important to know where your hunting companions are and to establish zones of fire, areas where you can swing your gun without pointing it at a companion. Wearing blaze orange, which may be required in your state, will help you keep track of where people are. It's also wise to wait until a bird gets above your head before you fire. Shooting at a low-flying bird could endanger your dog or even your hunting companions. And be particularly careful if you are driving birds toward blockers or posters at the end of a field, a common tactic that often puts birds in the air. Pheasants are adaptable birds and may be found in many parts of the United States. While changing farming practices have affected pheasant populations over the years, you will still find the most birds in farm country. For decades, states like South Dakota, Iowa, Kansas, and Nebraska have offered great pheasant hunting because they had great pheasant habitat. A program generically known as Open Fields, backed by NRA, encourages private landowners to open their property to public hunting. These lands, plus state wildlife management areas and various federal properties, provide many opportunities for the average hunter. And of course, nothing beats developing a good relationship with a private landowner and getting permission to hunt his property. You can also find a state-by-state index of public hunting lands on NRAHuntersRights.org. Many state game and fish departments do roadside surveys in late summer to assess pheasant numbers and concentrations. These can help you narrow down a general area to hunt. One other option is to try a shooting preserve. While they do not provide the wild birds most hunters prefer, shooting preserves will give you a chance to see what pheasant hunting is like, and they can usually provide guides and bird dogs as well. Once you've got access to a place to hunt, whether it's public or private, look for a combination of crops like corn or soybeans adjacent to edge cover, brushy fence rows and ditches, shelter belts, tall grass or cattail fringes, and small woodlots. In moderate weather, pheasants usually come out of their roosting cover just after sunup. They'll pick up gravel and feed in a nearby grain field for a few hours, then find some loafing cover where they will spend most of the day. They'll come out and feed again before sunset, then return to their roosting cover for the night. In severe weather, pheasants may just stay in roosting cover for days without eating. Keep in mind when shooting at a pheasant that most of your target is tail feathers. Swing your barrel through the body of the bird, establish your lead, pull the trigger and follow through. Keep the gun moving after the shot. You can find out much more about pheasant hunting in the NRA book Upland Bird Hunting. You can order the book at the web address shown on the screen. Thanks for watching.